Hello, and welcome to Robert's Tech Corner, your source for all things technical. In this video, I will explain how to replace a dining room chain link chandelier with a new dining room chain link chandelier. Before we begin, go to your circuit breaker box and turn off power going to the dining room chain link chandelier that you will be working on. No matter what dining room chandelier you buy, make sure you buy the correct LED dimmable bulbs. Let's say your chandelier takes 5 bulbs. You will buy 5 40-watt LED dimmable bulbs. Now a 40-watt LED dimmable bulb will only use 6 watts. So to find out the total wattage that your chandelier requires, the math will go like this. 6 watts times 5 bulbs equals 30 watts total. After installing the correct LED dimmable bulbs into the new dining room chain link chandelier, then move on to installing the new LED dimmer switch. When you go to buy an LED dimmer switch, make sure it is a single pole, single throw switch. It will say SPST on the box. Most LED dimmer switches will be rated 300 watts for LED bulbs and 600 watts for standard bulbs. Just make sure you do not exceed these wattages. Also, make sure it is rated 120 volts at 15 amps. First, remove any screws holding the dimmer switch's faceplate in place. Then remove any screws holding the dimmer switch in place. Now slowly pull out the dimmer switch to expose the wires. All of the wires coming from the bottom of the dimmer switch's housing box come from the circuit breaker box. All of the wires coming from the top of the dimmer switch's housing box come from the light fixture's housing box. There are just 3 wires coming from the bottom of the dimmer switch's housing box, and I have labeled them. Black live hot, white neutral return, green ground. These little devices are called wire nuts, and they are made of plastic. Whenever you connect 2 wires together, you will twist the 2 bare ends of the wire together and insert them into a wire nut. Now unscrew all 3 wires from the dimmer switch. When you go to buy an LED dimmer switch, you will notice it does not have screws on both sides, but will have wires coming directly from the back. All 3 wires will be located where the corresponding screws would be. Now you will connect both bottom black wires into a wire nut. Then you will connect both top wires into a wire nut. Then you will connect both bottom green wires into a wire nut. If the body of the switch ever became live with current, the current would travel through the green wire and back to the circuit breaker box. When current returns back to the circuit breaker box through the green wire, this will cause the circuit breaker supplying current to this device to turn off. Now you will push all the wires back into the wall, then you will screw the LED dimmer switch back into place. Then you will screw the LED dimmer switch's faceplate back into place. Now you will move on to replacing your dining room chain link chandelier. First, you will loosen the nut at the top of the chain to allow the faceplate to slide down the chain and expose the bracket. You may need somebody to hold the chain while you remove the screws holding the bracket in place. Now lower the chain and the bracket very little and gently pull out the wires. Now you will just see 3 wires coming from the ceiling and 3 wires coming from the bracket. Both sets of wires will be held together with their own wire nuts. You will now remove each wire nut to separate the wires. You can remove the old chandelier and hang the new chandelier by connecting everything in reverse order. Now go back to your circuit breaker box and turn on power going to your dining room chain link chandelier that you were working on. If you have any questions about this video or how anything else works, please feel free to contact me.